Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us
Oh,
this
good
evening.
evening.
Hi, good evening. So, we're starting our program, and we have here today a very special event since it's our 12th AstroChat. We have reached the 1 year mark. So, since it's a very special AstroChat, I'm inviting very special guests for AstroChat, and it's no coincidence that our screen is being filled up by okay, our Astronomical Society of Penang committee members. Uh, can someone mute the mic, please? Maybe. Uh, okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, we have here our Astronomical Society of Penang committee members because you know behind every astronomical program and event or website, web page, photo, news clip, and everything, or even some outreach efforts, etc. There's a team of people working behind the scenes, and we would certainly like to know. Uh, all the people behind the scenes in the Astronomical Society of Penang. So, right here today, we will, of course, introduce everyone. So, I'm gonna, unfortunately, not everyone is able to join. Okay, but we'll hope that they're here in spirit, or at least maybe tuning in to the feed or something. Okay, but I'm gonna start with our committee members. Okay, and then we'll work our way up. All right. So, we have. Let's start with Chi Kian, right? You're an internal working committee member, so am I. But I've been Ask Your Chat host. So, the other internal working committee members are Daim, Hong Xuan, myself, Chi Kian, Prima Desa, Alex Un, Jaya Mohan, and Samuel. I think that only one of you guys able to join. Well, not counting me. So Chikian. So, you want to share a little bit on your experiences with the Astronomical Society of Penang this past year, and you probably want to unmute your mic and then share with us a bit. This past year and what's your aspirations for next year. And it's nice meeting you again.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Derrick. Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Nice meeting everyone again.
Yes. Hey.
Okay. So, yeah, this whole year of event, although Malaysia is under a lot of lockdown, MCO, COVID impact, but I feel like the team, the committee is very active. The committee is very active. We have so many online events, activities, and AstroChat and so on that actually bring all the knowledge and benefits share with the everyone on online, right? So and especially on the member WhatsApp that we have, I do see a lot of information. Sometimes I really don't have enough time to catch up. Is the information is coming in too fast, faster than I can think. So
Yes. Yes.
we have information like theoretical happenings in the astronomical arena, right? And also we do have information on practical how to take photographs and all, and we have a lot of workshops, right? This astronomy workshop, astrophotography workshops, the planetary photography workshop. I think those are very beneficial to everyone. Yeah,
Yes.
so I see the ASP is a very good society that we can learn a lot of things, and I think we should continue the effort and really appreciate all the committee's effort. Yeah.
Yes. And so, for those of you who do not actually know, uh, I I started astrophotography in I don't know, just a few years ago, and before that, I've been admiring the work of our very own Chikian Lo here, because he's a astrophotographer. Okay, so he has a lot of knowledge, and of course, if you join as an Astronomy Society of Penang member, you'll be invited to join our WhatsApp group, and in there, there are many sharings of, as Chicken pointed out, events and astrophotography tips and things like that, sharing of lots of very cool stuff, right? So yeah, thanks, Pikian. And so we'll move on next to there are actually four committee members. Okay, so it'll be CK Lim, Mr. Ng Chong Sheng, Hong Jun, and Dr. John Su. Okay, yeah, so Hong Jun is able to join us. Hong Jun, before I get to you, Lai, actually I'll call you Lai, right? Because I remember, I'm used to calling you. Before I go to you, Lai, please allow me to play a recording by Dr. John Su first, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you. So, Dr. John Su is an astronomy professor at the University Science of Malaysia, okay? Uh, if you haven't met him, you have to, because he's an astronomy professor, and totally cool. Let me share my screen really quickly here. Share a tab. Okay. Let me share. Oops, where's this? Okay, share. So here's a message from Dr. John Su to everyone. Okay, I'm gonna play it right now. Let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. John Su from School of Physics, University of Science Malaysia. So I'm one of the committee members of the Astronomical Society of Penang. And just want to say thank you to the public for your support towards the society throughout this really crazy year. I couldn't imagine that we were stepping into like the second year of the COVID pandemic, and then we have to live with lockdowns, and we couldn't actually have proper physical astronomical activities like usual. But despite all that, I think one of the highlights that I like about this year was the Penang primary school quiz, astronomy quiz that we had. It's really great to see teachers and students being very supportive about this, despite astronomy being only a small part of the curriculum. But then again, it's good to see so many young students really interested in astronomy, and we hope that by giving them some quizzes, tests like this, that in the future they will actually be more interested and will want to, take like the astronomical Olympiad, or even further their studies in astronomy. One of my hopes for next year is that I really hope that the COVID pandemic will actually die down, because I kind of miss our weekly observation sessions at Kapal Sim Drive. We used to have that every Saturday night, and then we can talk to people, we can show people what do we see in the sky, we can show our telescopes as well. So one of my hopes is that the pandemic will die down and we can go back to life as normal, and then we can have observation sessions together with everyone. So this is Dr. John signing off. Once again, thank you for the public for your support in ASP. See you next year.
Okay, so that's Dr. John Su. Okay, and I hope the audio went through fine. Was it clear? I think it was okay, but otherwise maybe we'll post it a little bit on the site. So I think certainly agree that it was a challenging year, but everyone here has been trying very hard. And then so let's hear from Lai, by the way, who is also a committee. What are your thoughts and feelings? Where are you actually now, Lai? Where are you?
Yeah, hi everyone. So good evening, Dr. Derrick. Yes, I'm currently in Penang actually, because all my research work I'm doing online and doing simulation work. Yeah, so that's why I could carry out the airport session. Airport session monthly. If not, if I'm in Beijing now, then I might have the restriction on joining this Google Meet. So yeah, there's good and bad for me. The good thing is I could join the monthly airport session and also this session over here. So this is the good thing. But the bad thing is I have to do my work remotely, and all my experimental work I have to delay a bit. Yeah, but then I'm happy in joining this, especially the monthly airport session, because if our audience are familiar, you all will see my face every month, every end of the month on the airport session together with Dr. Chong and two other panels. And I and Dr. Chong are the fix panel in the airport session. And next week we'll meet again on that. Yeah, but then uh, through the airport session, actually, I believe not only me and also the other panels who presented on the airport session, we learned a lot through the presentations. And this is something fun because the airport pictures itself, it gives us a lot of informations, and then we have to think what to select to say, because we have only like 3 to 4 minutes per airport. And then if we are talking a very long story, then we need a few days to finish the airports. So yeah, this is a nice experience for all of us, I believe, and I hope everyone enjoying that. And for next year, hope actually, yeah, I hope that actually we can slowly resume all the physical activities, right? Because before the pandemic, as usual, I and Dr. Chong and some of our committees, we have a lot of offline activities. We conduct workshops, we have lectures, we have classes, workshops. Yeah, and I kind of miss all these activities. And like Dr. John Su mentioned just now, the offline, the passing stargazing session, right? So yeah, we hope we can slowly resume that next year. Yeah, and of course, I guess by the time we can resume that, I might be back in China by that time. Yeah, but
Don't
anyway, I
go.
still hope that
Don't
even
go
though
back.
in my absence, yeah, the remainings in Penang with the society can enjoy all this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, I mean, I try to participate in the APOD sessions. Sometimes I just cannot. But I find a lot of it very informative, and every time Dr. Chong talks about objects, always something interesting. I always remember his. But we'll get to Dr. Chong later. That's a McChicken or cheeseburger or something. Yes, I always love that. So, but by the way, we so happened. Okay, Mr. Ng Chong Cheng or Stanley has joined us. So, Stanley, can you share like a little bit about your feelings over this past year and aspirations for next year for ASP and all? Like, uh, Stanley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Our ASP members, our committee, and as well as the audiences who are astronomy enthusiasts. I'm very glad to be able to join tonight amid a very busy schedule, and also it's a weekend that everybody can spend some time and meet here. So my my thoughts on ASP. Okay, ASP. When ASP was started, I was very glad to be able to join in the first days during the first year of ASP also. So because my encounter with these astronomy groups dated back from 2008 when I got to know Dr. Chong at the time. I only knew Dr. Chong since 2008, but actually they have been conducting astronomy sessions in USM more than 10 or 20 years ago before I joined. Right? So I only happened to be able to be introduced to Dr. Chong. Then immediately I found that Dr. Chong's groups has very interesting because conducting the stargazing, I think at that time is one of the only one in Penang. Very few people, because most of us do not have the telescope at that time. So with Dr. Chong's group, we are able to gaze stars. Otherwise, without what they call these telescopes, we can only use our naked eyes to watch the sky, and little star. But with the telescope, we are able to to look at, to gaze even the planets are a beautiful Saturn with the rings and the Jupiter easily, you see. So immediately from that time onwards, weekly, every Friday, I would try my best to go to Padang Kawan in USM and join Dr. Chong's group. And then also get to know more and more people, the young one, the old one, etc. So, and also, in fact, after 1 year, I joined Dr. Chong's group. I was able to, I'm very glad. It's a great thing to me in life that I was able to participate in the expedition to China for the solar eclipse, total solar eclipse. So this is a really once in a lifetime event, because I don't think most people have really easily get a chance, because especially in Malaysia, we do not have a chance to see the total eclipse at all. But after this total eclipse, then we have 1 or 2 more opportunity whereby I was also able to join the annular solar eclipse or partial solar eclipse, especially in 2019, 2 years ago, just before the pandemic. We were able to complete this journey to this Pulau Kukup for the annular solar eclipse, which is also very spectacular. But I recall the 2009 China solar eclipse, total solar eclipse, the trip with Dr. Chong is the one that I really engraved in my life, because for the first time, I can really see this astronomical event, one of the greatest astronomical event before my eye. And although the weather wasn't good when we were in Shanghai and this Yangshanzhen, but then it was cloudy and rainy. But the effect of the solar eclipse really gave me a very big impact on me, because the movement of the star, the moon and the sun encounter together at the top of the sky, really turn the day into night. So this is something that you have to feel it then and then. Even live telecast cannot really tell 100% of it. So from that time onwards, whenever Dr. Chong has any astronomy events, he will invite me, and I will really try my best to come. And also because when we intended to set up the ASP, the Astronomical Society of Penang, so I also felt that I can try my best to contribute. And I remember the ASP when we started, before I started, we so-called the pro-tem committee kind of thing. So in other words, they're not really registered yet. So we have to meet a few times, many times to talk about, for example, the constitution, rules and regulations. These are things. I think that when I recall, this is really something that really needs a lot of effort. So I can see efforts put in by Dr. Chong, Jing Tiong, Chun Kiet, all the veterans. So I learned a lot from them, because this was the first time to set up something and to register. I think it's not easy to register at that time. A lot of people will register the political party. The one is is much better. I can go for the election and then become the MP or that. But when for us, astronomy group, we register is for the hobby, for the inculcating the hobby to more people. So we don't really make money, right? So I can see the effort. I will continue to join this group throughout my life. Thank you.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna ask like aspirations, but I think that you answered that. So next year, continue to join, and I think that everyone here is pretty much like inspired by Dr. Chong, either directly or indirectly, mostly directly, right? So we'll get to Dr. Chong, okay? Because I like to leave the most important things to the last. So okay, thank you, committees. Stanley and Lai and Dr. John, if you're listening, watching somewhere, and CK Lim. Okay, I hope he can join in a bit. Okay. Anyways, next up, our secretaries. The actual secretary is Lai Hawk, who's here, and also Boon Wei. So maybe I'll let Boon Wei go first. Okay, so ladies first. All right.
Hi, Dr. Kim. Hi, everyone. With me?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, I joined Astronomy Club in USM actually since my first year. So I know Dr. Chong quite young during my university time. Then after I finished my degree, then ASP also started in Penang. Then I know every time we will have the stargazing at the Kapasing Drive, and actually this is the very good time for me to learn about the stargazing, and especially Dr. Chong also like to organize many events. We actually also ASP also organize many events like the meteor shower and everything. Yeah. Then as I know the meteor shower time is like many people's one, so I hope in next year we can have this kind of event offline, but not looking at the live video. This is like when do the meteor will coming up looking at the video?
But you mean you didn't like Michael's live feed and video feed? I thought that it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the video is pretty
Just
awesome.
kidding.
The live is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
But the feel of staying under the sky and look at the sky yourself will totally different. So I hope you can shout together with the people.
right. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. I was just kidding. Yeah, but I mean, I think that ASP certainly did the best that we can do for this past Geminid. And guys out there, if you missed the Geminid meteor shower, please don't miss it again next year, because wow, I mean, if you look at the video feed, it was like totally cool.
The video like can see so many.
It was awesome. And even through video feed or even live, being there, at the CK Lims Observatory, and I'm pretty sure that I'm unfortunately, of course, I couldn't join, but I was watching from Thailand, and my I was screaming with my wife and kids. Okay, glad nobody saw that because it's pretty embarrassing. But anyway.
But I do enjoy that time in USM or something, like looking in with many people's lah. Then we can shout together. Hey, that's here. It's a joy of sharing, of the excited. Yeah, this is a different feeling. Yeah, so I hope really next year we can have more offline activities, and I'm looking forward our Langkawi trip and the police trip.
Yes, and so out there, people listening, if you haven't joined Astronomy Society Penang, we have lots of cool activities coming up. So and astronomy people, and you look, I mean, you have Dr. Chong, you have everyone who's like all very, very, very knowledgeable in astronomy. And well, my little daughter is right here.
She wants to join as well.
Yeah, she wants to join as well. Say hi to everyone. Hi. You're on the internet, Okay. So go. Okay. So okay.
Hi.
Okay. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
So yeah. So you like to watch this? Did you watch the meteor shower? You want to tell everyone here? Did you watch the meteor shower?
Yes.
Yes. How many meteors did you see?
I
saw
70 something.
70 something. 2 hours. Yeah, we're looking for 2 hours. So and it was from a dark sky site. So good. Yeah, and then I'm sorry, Michael, I haven't shown her your videos, but I will shortly. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Win Wei. Up next, we'll have Lai Hawk. Maybe you'd like to share a little bit. Let me mention one thing, okay? So Lai Hawk, I work pretty closely with Lai Hawk for one, because of the website, Astronomical Society of Penang.com. All right, if you haven't visited the website, better go there. Lots of very useful astronomy information, apart from our Facebook page as well. Okay, and do we have a Twitter page? No, we have Instagram. No, Instagram. I'm sorry. Okay, pardon my ignorance. Instagram page and Facebook page, but a lot of social media, it just goes away, right? So we have a permanent web page where we can keep our records, astronomical records, yeah, on there. So you can easily access them. You don't have to scroll down to. So okay, Lighthawk, why don't you tell us, yeah, a little bit about your work and things like that?
Well, the website was actually an idea since we have started the society itself, and with that, because website has always been something that people look through when you want to find some societies or some information about some organization and stuff. So I was actually thinking that for a very very long time actually, but when it came to the society, we realized that to set up a website those days was so difficult. You got to know how to write codes and stuff, which was mentioned by Michael when we wanted to do website. And it actually was thinking that, and I've never had a chance to actually got onto website making because I wasn't in that area even. So lately, I actually found something that was really fascinating, which you just plug and play. It was quite easy to manage, but that's quite limited for customizing. Anyway, I was just looking at it and then try out some stuff. And recently, we actually started it last year, but because of the time consuming and one of our committee members couldn't make it to continue maintaining it, so I took up the responsibility just to try out something new. And then it just happened that I found out this plug and play tools, which helped me to set it up pretty quickly with some minor tweaks from our original plan. And Chin Tiong Michael has given a lot of input as well as others to actually make it final. It was it took me a while, 2 months, I would say, to actually properly set it up. But I would say it's not complete yet. It's always ongoing stuff, which I think a few things to add on. I mean, we always welcome suggestions. If any of the member of publics would like to know more stuff, let us know. Drop us an email, because we are trying to find things that will interest the local, especially Malaysian or even Penangites, very localized. We want to do something that is beneficial to people who are around here, because we notice that there's not many information that's shared around in this local region, as in Southeast Asia. So Southeast Asia, maybe Singapore has done quite some stuff, but not as what do you call it? Not so much on public. But we want to achieve that, try to push it on, because we know that we have a very, very good driving machine behind us, who's our president, Dr. Chong. And he, and as Dr. Derrick said, he has inspired so many people around the world. And those who work under him and learned under him has now gone over the world to do stuff which beneficial to many people. So I think we should actually spread this goodwill and help people to gain more knowledge, because for us, I mean, for the reason of us setting up this Astronomical Society, the main reason was to amplify the effort. So the effort was because Dr. Chong has been working himself alone all the time through USM, through all these years. It's just a brief shout out to Dr. Chong, who has done so much work in Penang, not to mention around Malaysia as well, to spread, to actually start this field of astronomy, and to make it so publicly available that everyone can access it. So, I mean, we should actually share this knowledge to many more people. So actually, the whole idea was to share, and with website, I hope that it will get to even more people. And I mean, it's not my one person's job. I think it's the whole committee who actually contributed it, pictures, information, and I really want to encourage people to give input of what they want, because by just our committee ourselves doing all this, we wouldn't know what others want to see. So I think
Yeah, yeah.
information input is really helpful. Yeah.
Yes. So I think that there's a good, yeah, everyone's like waiting for Dr. Chong to talk. So yeah, yeah, we'll get to Dr. Chong, be patient. But yeah, I mean, the website's a very nice effort. And I think that, yeah, of course, uh, helped along a lot by Dr. Chong. And yeah, so yeah, thanks, Lighthawk. And then yeah, so I strongly encourage members of the public, if you're watching this, definitely visit our website, because that's where you can find up-to-date information on astronomical events. But before we transition to the big guys, there's also another big guy that I like to, for me, right, personally, big guy behind the scene, also that at least inspired me to join and help with ASP, and that's ASP's treasurer, Mr. Michael Teo. So yeah, he's been doing a lot of behind the scenes work, and all these ideas of what's that? What's up in the sky that we discuss and plan through with all these.
Finally come to front now.
Yes, yeah. So Michael, our ASP treasurer, please say a few words, maybe, right?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, I'm Michael. I'm treasurer of the, officially, I'm the treasurer of the Astronomical Society of Penang. Yeah, actually, like everyone says, it has been a very difficult year for us the last year. Okay, because yeah, just now when Chong Sing mentioned about the Kukup trips, I feel like that was just before the lockdown, because we started the lockdown, I think in March 2020, is it? Yeah, so we are very lucky to have at least one major outing before the pandemic hit us. In fact, when we think back, by the time we are having the Kukup trip, the pandemic is already started in China. So yeah, so when we, it kind of like we end the pre-pandemic era on a high from the trips, but then suddenly everything changed in the past, I would say, not only years but the decades, right? Because I basically joined Dr. Chong since like 2003 or so, but he has been doing all this activity for so many years. But we are so used to doing all these face-to-face physical activities, like bringing the excitement to the people, like Boon Wei, I think. Is it Boon Wei mentioned just now about using a telescope, right? Like you are looking at the star actual with your naked eyes, or like Chong Sing say, when you look at the sky with the telescope, the excitement is totally different. It's totally different. So that's what we have been doing over the years. Like we do the roadside observation, the monthly weekly observation. So to let more people to have the chance to like really look at the night sky with their own eyes. Because I always remember one story that Dr. Chong mentioned, I think at least dozens, hundreds of times, is that I think last time when we're doing the sidewalk astronomy in this, what was it? It's the Island Plaza. Is it Island Plaza? Yeah. So I remember Dr. Chong always tell me that there's one old lady who came and looked at the moon through the telescope. She wanted to pay Dr. Chong because she said in her lifetime, I think she's in the 60 or 70 something. She said in her whole life she has never looked at the moon that way before. So she was so excited, so grateful about that. So this is the kind of thing that we can bring to the general people through the astronomy activity. But then last year, everything changed. Everything changed totally. When we first got hit by the lockdown, all our regular activity had to stop. We cannot do physical activity. And we relatively had zero knowledge on doing things differently, because we have been doing this all the while the same way repeatedly every year like that. So that certainly when we cannot do activity physically, we were like, I remember during the first 2 months, we are basically at zero activities. We have no activity at all because we don't know how to react to these whole things. So, and then when we started to foresee that this pandemic thing is not going to slow down anytime soon, so we started to learn how to continue to do what we love to do in a different way. So by the time we actually don't know how to know how to do live. don't even know how to do Facebook Live. We don't even have a YouTube channel. We have nothing online. Basically, we don't have anything virtual at all. So we start from zero. We start to learn how to do live. We start learn from zero how to do edit video, like all these things. So slowly we get into like more stable. I think we started to do it in May or June. Okay,
It was
and then we
beginning
started
of
going
May.
to
June.
So we started to do this because we tried not to stop the momentum, because even before that, when we do the physical activity, it's already a very good challenge because of this astronomy thing. Is somehow it's not a very popular science among the general people, unlike those STEM things are like maths, robotics, and coding and all this. So the community, the target audience is already very small. So imagine if we don't do activity for the whole years. Another challenge is that because our society is considerably young, okay, when we got hit by this pandemic, we are basically only 3 years old. we were formed in 2016, so we are only a 3 years old baby. Although we have a long history with the USM Astronomy Club, but as a society, we are still young. We are still trying to learn. So we try not to stop the whole things from rolling on. Yeah, so that's why we start to push out all these online programs, the Astro Cafe, then we have the airport tour, then we have the funny program, the What's Up in the Sky, and then thanks to Dr. Derrick joining us. Okay, I think you joined us last year, right? You joined us last year, right? So even though we have known you for so long, but you joined us as a member last year. So and then from there we introduced another program actually this is the current program we are here today is the unofficially it's called the AstroChat, where we interview different people, those astronomy people in Malaysia, or even we started with an international celebrities in Jeff Tai last year during our first edition. Yeah, so we try to let more people know about all these great people in Malaysia who are doing astronomy. Yeah, of course, we hope to continue to do all this program in the futures. But I think forgot who mentioned just now that we are actually now trying to slowly do some physical activity, but maybe it's to a limited audience because of the pandemic and all the SOP requirements. So like the past few days, during the Gemini meteor shower, we actually have a small gathering observation open to our members only. So and hopefully in the following weeks or following months, we can slowly try to do some physical activity while also keeping our online activities. So it's become like a very big, for the last whole year, is a very big learning stage for us to gain a different dimension of our activities. So hopefully when we finally get through all these hurdles in future, we may actually blossom in a different way where we can do a physical activity and also maintaining our online activity. Because the another thing with the physical activity is that, yes, like for example, when we do the workshop, usually only those local members who can come attend. Yeah, so or maybe some just neighboring stage, they don't mind to travel, they can come, but still the reach is very limited. Like for example, when you do a workshop from our recent experience, when we do the online workshop for the astrophotography, actually we can reach more people that way. And I think the result also is not too bad. Yeah, although of course we say the face-to-face workshop is much better, but we have a different advantage of doing it online, is that we can reach people further away, even though our base is in Penang. But by doing things online, we can actually reach people throughout the country or even the whole world. Like for example, Dr. Derrick now is in Bangkok, right? And then Hong Xuan now is in Japan. So actually, we can reach a lot of people, not only in Malaysia, no longer limited by the small Penang Island or just our country, but actually we can go international. So this is a big advantage we gain despite the big hit from the pandemic. So hopefully in future we can improve our activity. So like Hope mentioned just now, actually we always encourage our members to give us feedback on what kind of activity they expect us to do. Because unfortunately, it seems like most of the time when we do our online activity, the participation is not so encouraging. But actually, I look at others also almost similar case, so I'm not sure why. But anyway, we do welcome our members to give us, because since they join as a member, of course they expect to learn one thing or two from us. So we always welcome, we are encourage them to tell us what you actually expect from us as a member, so that we can plan things out, so that we can do things that beneficial to our members. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's all. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Michael. Yeah, I mean, like, I think I must say that Michael was kind of like part of the, the reason why I'm here too. Kind of like finding this opportunity to help, and AstroChat is something that I'm inspired to do. So, happy to help, and Michael helped me a lot on this. So, yeah, truly appreciate that experience. Yes. So next, okay, we're coming to the biggest guns. Okay, so of course behind the scenes there are lots of very important people. Okay, and among them is our Vice President, Dr. Kodip Singh. So Dr. Kodip, would you like to share some of your thoughts of this year and also aspirations for next year? And a bit about yourself, maybe, if you don't mind.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Kuldeep Singh, son of Pratham Singh, a doctor in medical field since year 2000. And presently, we're still in pandemic zones, still fighting pandemic, and also at the same time trying to juggle our astronomy activities together. It's interesting. Pandemic is not interesting, but astronomy it is. It's very interesting. So I managed to juggle work and also astronomy. Most of the time was taken over by work. But my sons have kept me in touch with astronomy. He said, "Father, let's do something about astronomy today. Let's follow with all the guys in the airport." But unfortunately, when they are trying to do an airport, I'm always on duty. They can't join with me. So we're always looking forward to our stargazing in our Karpasing Drive, amateur telescope making, Penang International Science Fairs, and all the astronomy camps. We look forward to going out together. Myself, the father, the two sons. I always miss out going out and seeing you all in person. The meeting now and on airport and online and on online channels, it's a bit difficult to come in touch with the reality. I want to meet people in person, like how I meet my patients. It's nice to meet them, but not the patients that are with COVID, but normal patients. Patients with COVID are very scary. So that worries us because we cannot go out often. So we have to now, thanks to technology, we have our backbone staff of our USM students, Michael, Chikian, who managed to give us all the technology come to us. Thank God for them. Thank God for them. At least my sons can say, wow, we're locked down, but at least we got these people to thank for. They're here. They made it possible online. Astronomy quiz, primary school, secondary school. Wow. We can have it somehow. Olympiad, international Olympiad. Dr. Chong has went over, brought ASP across the borders. Papa, thank you. Please tell them, please, my both sons say thanks to all of y'all because y'all brought astronomy to us, online version, technology-wise, in any way possible. Instagram, Facebook, they're very happy. They're very happy. Say thank you to all. My son Himesh did, my son Jess did, myself, my missus especially. When she sees a rosette nebula, she says, wow, what is that? It's like a rose. She's very happy to see all this, which we can't see when face-to-face and telescopes. She's very happy to see it online. Thank you to all our USM students, our Michael, Chicken, Stanley, Boonway always been there also for us. The only lady in our ASP committee, keeping us lively always with laughter.
Need to pull more ladies in.
Yes, we need more. We need more equality in the ASP committee. Yes, and above all, thanks to Dr. Chong. Without him, I would not be in ASP also, and not a deputy president. He gave me the encouragement to be here for all of us, for my children, for the family, and especially for the people outside there. We are trying to encourage people outside to come and join ASP. We got our patron TYT to come on board to bring in more people so that they can understand what astronomy is about. We try to bring more people, more dignitaries, hopefully with the involvement of companies, so that they can come and know that we are not only about hobby, it's about passion. It can become an educational tool, and also we can generate money from our astronomy. And thanks to all of you all to make the AstroSat today very possible. And Dr. Derrick, thank you very much for chairing today's AstroSat session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kudip. And actually, yeah, I think that we also owe you a big thanks too for your, medical contributions. Like, of course, it's not astronomy, but certainly very important in this time and age where we are facing the challenge of the pandemic, right? So yeah, I think that this is challenging times, but yes, the astronomy online is still like keeping people inspired and hopeful, trying to look to the stars and trying to at least finding ourselves in this dark period here. So, but yeah, it's never dark with our beloved president, Dr. Chong Hon Yu, around. Right? So I think everyone's here is like, we're waiting for Dr. Chong to come on. So I won't hold back anymore. Our president, Dr. Chong,
Yeah.
Your turn to share.
Yeah. Is our flower already interviewed? Our flower? Boonway?
Yes.
Yes, I already interviewed.
Okay. Okay, so I would like to reiterate what our Secretary Lai Hock mentioned. It's actually a group effort, all right? So actually, we really appreciate everyone's effort. It's not one or two person, it's the group effort. Huh? So basically, every one of you here, Chi Kian, Lai Hock, Michael, Boonway, Lai, Chong Sing, and Dr. Kulip, it's a story by itself. Then on Lai Hock itself, I can have one session on Lai Hock and me, my experience with him. Another session just on our activity between Michael and me, or between Chi Kian and me. Long story, no end. Of course, by the way, Derrick, we already heard about you years ago in USM, I remember in stargazing in Palakawat. I don't know, was it Chi Kian or Chong Kiat? And that's our Derrick, Derrick, we heard about you already as astronomy enthusiast working in Banner Pass Multinational. And later you went to US, is it Arizona? You went to Arizona to work. So we already heard about you already. So we actually want to see you. I want to see you, but you didn't come. But it's okay. All right. So basically it's what you call it, it's a long story. So guys and girl, so now you know how far we have gone, Lai Hock and Chi Kian, from very humble beginnings, we have come to this stage. But what I say, not enough. Bokau, tak cukup. Pukul. We must reach even more people. For example, we already years ago had the intention to reach, I use the word, millions and millions of Malaysians is possible. Right? So the number of activities you have done is uncountable. Right? So a lot of things there. And so basically now, before I really give all the detail, let's have a gossip. A gossip. So
yeah. I'm interested to hear that.
Gossip is dealing with our Lai Hock. So did you know how ASP started? Right? So ASP started, I remember, I think we started form in April 2016. By 2015, Lai Hock saw me, where in the car park in Batu Lanchang Market, hey, Dr. Chong, they want to form the society. What do you think? And if I'm correct, we adjourned to the KFC. We went to the KFC, and there, Lai Hock was in laptop, started from there. So ASP's inception started in KFC, in a KFC. And then after that, I and Lai Hock and Dime, we went to ROS, Registry of Society in Kepala Pasar many times. Finally, we formed it. So ASP was formed in, was first idea came out in the KFC, Big Light Hawk. Of course, even by the year 2000, of course, the USM Astronomical Club formed in 1986. But in the year 2000, already in USM stargazing, public members come to USM, they already mentioned, why don't you all form the, they use the word Penang Astronomical Society so that it can reach more people. But at that time, I think I mentioned to some of you, I think maybe Chicken, that we already very busy. Someone want to form a new society. But then the idea of the society was already mooted in the year 2000. So then we formed in 2016. And then, so as I said, in 2016, the ASP was formed. And I remember who came to Pekdom Penang, the observatory, Mr. Teo. Teo. And when he came to Teo, I whispered to Teo. Teo understood straight away. I said, Teo, of course, he knew I retired from USM. I said, Teo, the adventure continues. Yeah, USM. So many years of fun and excitement. So now continue outside USM in Pekdom. So like this. So a bit for about the future. So we hope that the society, together with many of the welcome Chung Kiat. Welcome Chung Kiat. So we hope to reach even more.
Yes, joining us. Joining us through a Stargate,
right?
Right? But
okay, we also will hope that we will continue our competition, our astrophotography competition 2022, and also what we call this Penang Astronomy Quiz for secondary school next year. All right, and also the society will be helping in the IAO 2022. All right, if it comes through, no more lockdown, we'll be sending our Malaysian team to this Terra in Italy. All right, so we hope to make more Malaysians keen on a serious aspect of astronomy, taking part in this Olympiad. I'm sure that Derrick, you're also involved in this IOAA. Right, so like this. So basically, the thing for the future, we hope we can go do bigger things in future. And remember, the PA of the new governor informed us that me and Dr. Kodip that early next year, he will make a meeting between our ASP committee and the new governor. And we were told that the new governor is very aggressive, you know. The old governor, any meeting, he will just sit quiet, he just give you the price and so on. But the new governor, you give suggestion. So we hope that the new governor will give suggestion in our activity and get support for us. Right? So we hope that in the coming year, maybe organize 1 or 2 big events. We ask him to grace the occasion, then it's good. Right? So we also know that things like 3 Penang secondary schools have expressed interest to build their observatory, and a big organization also, right? To build the observatory. So CK, for example, and I have a bit of headache. What to suggest for the telescope? What to do? We have to think of something. So more telescope, the better. So coming back to the same thing, we hope that our activity will reach many more Penang people and Malaysians, right? Such that next time when we go out and we meet the Malaysian people, they say, have you been to Japan? Yes, I've been. Have been to London? I've been. But have you experienced the universe? I've been to Japan, I've been to London. No, you're only at a point called Earth. Now, we are in 3 dimensions. Every night with my telescope, I travel to infinity. So when you join astronomy, you experience the universe. Not only Japan, Tokyo, New York City. We want them to experience it. So in other words, at the end of their life, they say, I fully have experienced the universe. Right? No need to be an astronomer. Even as an astronomy enthusiast, is good enough. So another one I hope is that actually we went to this what they call this Coonabarabran Observatory in 2011. I and our member Benjamin Lim was in Australia, and when they came back, they had the idea that we as a Malaysian amateur astronomers, we are amateurs, proud to be astronomers, we want to go on a campaign to build our Malaysian big national observatory. Of course, we are one in Langkawi, but there's only 20 inch. So we hope that we at least set a kind of standard. So we already came up with the list, from Gunung Besar in Kedah to Gunung Ledang in Johor. Many mountains we have listed up. I think I set up about 10 years ago to many of you. So we hope and campaign with the support of the government of Malaysia, Malaysia will build a big national observatory. I'm not trying to scare you people. The one in Doi Intanon, in what they call Thailand, is 2.4 meter aperture, RC. And the Indonesia is confirmed, Pulau Kupang, 3.5 meter optical telescope, 3.5 meter. But they don't want to lose out to the Thai people. So we hope that in Malaysia, at least have some standard lah, 1 meter, 2 meter lah. So we hope to do that. But some of you may say, but Malaysian weather raining, but maybe you may have a point. So, but people already suggested to around the world and even to me them, why not we invest in money and build a large optical telescope, not in Malaysia, somewhere in the world, but we have full access to it. One of the places we suggested in Northeast Thailand. Northeast Thailand during the June, July, August, September, very dry, very clear sky. So we have a big telescope there, access to our Malaysian National Observatory in Thailand, or even better, if you have more money, Chile, all right, and so on, like this. So basically, we want to promote SYM to even more people, right? That's what I have to say. Derrick? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Chong. Thank you very much. So, actually, no, this is not the end of the program. Yeah, we'll have like some pre-chat, but meanwhile, joining us, Mr. CK Lim. He just joined us through a Stargate.
Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, I just heard somebody. Just heard that Dr. Derrick Lim is actually throwing a Christmas party. That's why I joined.
Yeah, Christmas party. So
Yeah.
well, I mean, I think that we can have a sort of free for all chat right now, right? So, I think that there are lots of even like some interesting astronomy events happen this year and then also next year. But recently, there's quite a few things going on, right? Like the comet landed. Did anyone try and look for it?
Not in Penang. I think the whole Malaysia is the weather is very bad. In fact, if you read in the newspaper, I think the Shah Alam and Klang is flooded.
Really?
As of this morning, today, I think it's a bad
Klang area. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Bad weather here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I think the monsoon this year hit very terribly here. I mean, on the east coast got hit very terribly, and also affected some of the west coast peninsula.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a typhoon in Philippines or something too, and I tried from here, but there's clouds in the horizon. The humidity is everything. So I don't know whether I even got it, but even the other day when I first reported it, visually I didn't see anything. It was like blur, and I had to go on the computer, pull it out, and just, okay, look, there it is, But with the eye, you just see blur. so you really can't see anything. Yeah. So but hopefully the skies would clear a bit after the rain and before the comet fades, because I heard that there was an outburst or something and like it brightened up to 3rd magnitude, which is pretty good. Yeah, and then it's fading. Right now it's probably 4 point something already. So yeah. But there's also like other exciting events like the James Webb Space Telescope. Isn't it going to be launched? Is it like on the 24th of December or something?
Yes, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, is it gonna go to plan or something, or?
Not sure yet. I think.
Yeah. Not sure. Yeah.
No, because hopefully. I and Junjian are ready. We hope that American don't keep on delay lah. So if you want, we can cover the live. Or maybe live you can come in. Live you can come in also. Nothing to do with China's space program, JWST. So you're okay.
Yeah. So there will be a JWST talk, right? Is it in a week's time from today?
Yeah.
On the 25th, Christmas Day here, but 24th in the Western Hemisphere. So that's kind of like coinciding with the launch time, right? Yeah. So yeah, don't miss that. I hope, and there are lots of these activities that I think people can learn more about space. If you kind of participate in our Astronomical Society of Penang here. So yeah. Any anyone has any interesting astronomy thing to share, like of late working on something or anything of notable interest at all? Like, how was the? I mean, like, there's the live stream of the Gemini meteor shower, right? But how how many people attended, and what? Yeah, what was the meteor count and stuff like that?
I thought we can share the video of the composite of the meteors.
Yeah.
We can share it. Yeah, we can share it. Does Michael want to share it a bit or?
Well, on the second night, 14th of December, what I call Pei Ling, our member, she was the last to leave early morning before sunrise. 183 Gemini meteors.
Yeah.
That was it. So not so good. Our standard for Gemini years earlier or not, but because of the moon also, partly also because of weather, right? So not bad, quite respectable. 183 Gemini meteors plus one bright blue what I call fireball.
This was over how many hours?
The whole night. So
whole night.
About midnight to the next morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that's hampered by weather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over in Thailand, we counted about 160 in 2 hours. So probably a rate of about 90 to 100 an hour, just an average, pretty average. Yeah. So I think it was a pretty nice shower. Yeah.
I want to learn from Jikian. How do you take the photo with under the street light, but the meteor so obvious one?
No lah, just put my DSLR with a camera lens as all. Just making sure it doesn't point to the street light angle. So of course you need to control your exposure a little bit lah, not too long exposed, because I don't have a light pollution filter for that case. So I cannot expose too long or else then it will be blown.
Yeah, me too. My house as well.
Yeah.
What lens did you use, and what's the f ratio setting you used?
So I have changed. I think that pictures that you saw is the one that I use Zeiss Plana lens 50 mm 1.4. Yeah, then because that one when I bought it is a Canon mounting, so I use a converter to convert to the Sony mounting. So just do that. Just use that.
And it was set to 1.4 or so aperture.
Yep, I set it to 1.4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the exposure time will be like a few seconds only.
Yeah, it's quite short. So it's quite many pictures to process to take a look, right, to see which one got the meteor.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, I also took the photos like about 800, and then I just got two. I think one only I'm not sure the another one very tiny also.
Actually, shooting meteor sometimes a bit tricky because the angles that the lens field of view that you have, right? If you put it too wide, maybe the small meteors, the dim one, you don't really able to see so many. Then only see the bright one. But then if you choose a smaller angle, like 50 mm, 70 mm, and so on, but you only see a small portion of sky, the meteor strike through will be big and fat, right? But then the chances you getting it will be low. So it's tricky. At one point, I think Dr. Chong may remember, I just saw it today in my storeroom also. I built a kind of, I think Lai Ho also remember, I built a kind of, how to say, octa dimension shape of wood platform.
Yeah.
So in order to plug in like 8 cameras plus 1 in the middle 9, so that we can have like 50 mm lens. But that time, I think I remember we were using films, so it's a bit difficult. So we try to plug like 8 or 9 cameras with 50 mm, so that you can capture the whole sky in one shot. But then it's not really a successful thing lah, because we couldn't find so many cameras together, and then everyone's camera are different configuration lah. So yeah, but it was fun lah. We were trying that. I think that time was in Langkawi.
Yeah, I was there. So we try to put the camera all facing different parts, and one is facing in the center up. The whole sky is covered. Everyone on at the same time. But remember, film, film it took a long time to expose. The other thing is, you must realize, you know a bit about human eye. But although you do science, physics, you learn about the human eye. You know that the retina at the end of your eyeball is very, very sensitive. You see a very dim nature. You expect your camera to take, cannot, except you like what Chicken said, very, very high ISO. So your eye is much more sensitive than an average camera, digital camera. So don't
That's
play
why
with
we have
eye.
to,
Eye very sensitive. Yeah.
That's why we have to do the offline meteor shower gazing.
Yeah.
Look with our eyes, not the live.
Yeah.
That's always the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I
The
see.
best,
Michael
the
wants
best
to
is we
add
can do it both.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because many actually from our past experience, a lot of people, they are interested to come, but they may not be able to come. Like for example, maybe their city, they are like raining bad weather. So yeah, maybe in future, like for example, like what I mentioned just now, this actually give the past whole year, this give us a very good training to do things very differently. So in future, maybe we can do a physical meteor shower observation and live stream at the same time, so that we can allow more people to enjoy the show, although it's on a screen, but still better than nothing. Just like sometimes, like so now, just now I'm trying to share the recording.
Share the recording.
So actually, this is the second time we attempt to do a live stream of a meteor shower. We do it first time last year with a very limited equipment. So this year we have a little bit improvement, and hopefully we have improved even more next year. So this one is from the first night. So the first night, actually, we only have about 2 hours of clear sky from 3 a.m. onwards.
Wow.
So this is a compilation of the...
Wow.
It is the bright one.
Yeah, the first night during the 2 hour, we 4 of us saw about 150, but I only managed to capture, our camera only capture about 34. Because some are in the other part of the sky. Like I think, like GK mentioned just now, you have to it's really depend on your luck on where you are pointing your camera at. So that night we noticed a lot of meteor show up in the Orion and the Auriga. So that's why we mainly aim at the.
Why this one is
that's
another direction?
It's a random one. Just now there was a random one. Actually, this year quite a lot of bright meteors. Surprisingly, a lot of bright meteors. Let me try to find the composite image.
Another bright one. So nice,
Nice.
I'm not sure whether the live stream is capturing it or not. Yeah, I'm not sure whether the live stream is capturing it or not. Because sometimes yeah, we can see it, but I'm not sure whether the audience can see it.
Right. Okay.
Because sometimes I think not. I think the live the audience cannot see what I shared just now.
Why?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I think we also if the audience couldn't see it.
Yeah, so you can if the audience cannot see the video just now, we can always go to our YouTube channel to look for all our videos.
Yeah.
Because I'm using my computer to stream our session and also show the YouTube just now. So that's why I think it doesn't show up. Let me close it.
But are you going to share the composite image or something? Or yeah.
Okay, so maybe I think I better don't show it because the audience cannot see it. Yeah, Jordan, like Conman cannot see. Yeah, because I'm using my PC to stream this this Google Meet session. So if I show another screen, it cannot capture. Yeah. Anyway, you can look for our recording on our YouTube channel, also on our Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like this is, I think, a nice reflection of like how each and every of our committee member here are, very dedicated towards astronomy, and you can see all the reactions of those our own committee members when they see the videos here. So yeah, I think that we have a pretty good session. Does anyone like to add any like closing thoughts or final thoughts for the year, and or anything you like to share, or did I miss something? Like any important thing that I missed about any of you guys that you like to share? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah.
CK.
CK.
Hey, why?
Yeah.
No, I hope that the weather next year will be better only. That's my only hope, And also
Everyone's
I
hope.
hope that we
yeah.
can, there's no more this pandemic thing, and we are able to do more outreach. The activity that we did this year, throughout the whole year has been online activity. I remember that I participate in the like Mars occultation by the moon, and I think that Dr. Derrick and I were trying to do the lunar eclipse also one of the time, right? You were,
Yeah.
and yeah, the weather was bad,
Oh yeah.
So we end up two of us talk for the next 2 hours, So yeah, I hope that we are able to have a good sky for next year, and also I hope that there's no more pandemic and we can do more how to say observation session, public observation rather than doing online. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. I think that certainly is in the minds of every amateur astronomer and sky enthusiast out there. Yep. So we'll pray for good skies, and anyone else anymore? Yeah. Sorry, Mr.
So then for me, of course, it's close to my heart. All right. So we hope that our society can get more support, a bit of funding, because I've been saying this for the past 20 years. We hope that we can promote this idea of Malaysia making more original discovery. First, comet find comet. I also got a big 2 4-inch barrel objective binoculars I bought from Chong got it from China, and a very big stand. So I used to go to Pusat Parachute to scan the sky. Wow, you look at the global cluster. Wow, so nice, just nice for comet So what I'm saying is that maybe we can either ask the authorities or we ourselves go on a kind of campaign that we want to challenge the Malaysian amateur astronomer to find a comet. So at the end of it, comet chiu buôn way Comet why not? And in next year, the comet comes very close to Earth, your name will be on millions and millions of people's lips, So we want to do that. Make some discovery. Comet is one of them. So if you can
I hope so.
Good publicity for the country, good publicity for the society. So must take this on funding. So already when I was a US I suggested not much You find it 10,000 ringgit not much because Lee Chong got a bronze in the Olympics, so got a car or $100,000, but a ringgit. So he can do it try
More than 10,000, because so he got a car, right? Then we should be able to get a good telescope. So maybe like 50,000
So Malaysia, meet big discovery. Dr. Kevin Quay, no Alika, no Pisa, and then we have four or five airport people or candidates got airport already. So now we got a comet discoverer. So hopefully somewhere I think Pusat Parachute here, Tunjet observatory is nice So discover comet. name after you. Like this. So we try to get funding if we can. That's what my aspiration. Yeah.
Okay. So I think to all the amateur astronomers out there who really admire and respect Dr. Chong's work, you now have a mission. Discover a comet, or Dr. Chong will be very disappointed with you. Just kidding.
Yeah, no. Name after you, the comet. Yeah.
Make a competition on you.
No pressure. Yes. Okay. Anyone else like to add something before we end the session? Okay, I think that
I think we'll take a group photos first before we end the session.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's take a group photo. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of always taking group photos, but yeah. So who's taking it?
I'll be taking a screen snip. Wait a minute, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Dr. Chong, we can do free screen.
Yeah.
Right, you can smile for 5 seconds now. Yes. Okay, done.
Thank you. Busy.
Hold your breath lah.
No need to hold your breath lah.
Busy year next year, Dr. Kuldeep. Okay.
Yeah, busy year next year, Dr. Chong.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Winner of the most beautiful background contest for this session will be Sandy. Your Christmas background is very nice.
Hey, Lai.
Okay, so
I'm going to have a background with me next time. Sorry, what? Inside a black hole.
You can start with next week airport.
Okay. So
Michael is yawning already. It's contagious one, over online also. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Participating in the AstroChat.
Derrick, thank you. I hope to see you back in soon. Derrick, a session with you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.